Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Flannery Genealogy videos. My name is Brian Flannery. This is part two of a little story about how I kind of got started in it. The first video was talking about how that I got interested in it and kind of brought me up to somewhat present day. I've done a lot of traveling. I've been to Boone, North Carolina. There's a Flannery Fork there. I've been to Scott County, Virginia, and a lot of Southwest Virginia. I have a lot of trouble with my ears, so I have to have somebody to drive me. My wife, thank goodness, drove me back the last time we was there here a few weeks ago. But still love doing genealogy, and it's a very strong passion of mine. As you can see from these videos, I'm wanting to try to get the word out. Now, I'm going to kind of bring this up to present day, where kind of tell you some people that are working now presently, and some major Flannery genealogy workers that have been in the past. I got a little piece of paper here, so if you see me looking down, one man that I talked to personally, I emailed him in correspondence over the years, but I got to talk to him a few years ago, was Don Lane. Done a lot of Flannery genealogy. Was very willing to share that, and that's kind of what has sparked me to do this, is sharing what I know. Everybody asked me, said, how do you keep that all in your head? I said, well, I need to let some of it out so you all can know what's going on. Don Lane was in Kingsport, Tennessee, done a lot of information, not only genealogy on the Flannery family. He has since passed on now, and we hate that. He was in poor health for many years, so we hate that. Another person that has recently passed away is Donald Osborne. Osborne, I don't know how you properly pronounce that, but Donald L. Osborne wrote a book called Flannery Family In-Laws and Outlaws. I believe you can Google that. I was thankful to be able to get myself a copy by taking pictures of it at the Scott County, Virginia Library. That book is since out of print, and thankful to be able to have got that, because we never know what may happen. And I've spread that around through some different people to kind of let them have access. A key thing I'll put in here right now while it's on my head, top of my head here, thinking about it. If you have genealogy and you're doing that, share it with other people. Have it somewhere other. Jim Kettle at the Boyd County, Kentucky Library told me that. Share it with people. That way, if you lose yours, you can go back and get it off of them. And that's what I'm trying to kind of do with this. With these videos. Donald Osborne was from Missouri and done a lot of genealogy work. And I'll tell you this, these people here, Don Lane and Donald Osborne, they've done a lot of this prior to internet. And anybody that does genealogy prior to internet, shoo-wee, hats off to you, because it was a job. I mean, you had to send off for certificates, you had to send off for this and that, and correspond through phone call or through postal service. I mean, it was a lot more time involved. My dogs are barking in the background. You'll have to look over them. But anyway, Donald Lane and Donald Osborne. Now, this man I'm getting ready to mention now, he is still presently living. He lives up north. Ryan J. Flannery. He wrote the Flan Clan book, 2-volume set, and I was able to copy that also at the Scott County, Virginia Library here recently, and I was thankful to be able to do that. I'm in correspondence and Facebook friends with Ryan, and I'm thankful that he allowed me to be able to do that. Now, these are some more, and I don't want to say less people, because they do a lot of work on this. They have done a lot and continue to do a lot of work. But when I said Don Lane, Donald Osborne, and Ryan J. Flannery, I need to mention one more. I've not talked to him personally, but Larkin O'Flannery in Dublin, Ireland has done a lot. There's a Flannery clan set up there. He's done that for years, and I think he's been in correspondence with Don Lane, Donald Osborne, and Ryan Flannery over the years. I would love to go to Ireland one day, but I've never flown in a plane, so we'll just have to see how that goes. But these people here are more of centralized people that work on, I guess, Flannery's closer to myself. Two of the major ones I'll mention are Mark Flannery, Mark H. Flannery. He lives in Traverse City, Michigan. You can probably find him on Facebook if you'd ever have any information need of looking. If you have any Flannerys that are in Illinois, if they're in Illinois or in Michigan, he's probably can help you somewhat in that. He goes back to Isaac Singleton and Sarah Gray Flannery, which moved from East Kentucky to Illinois around the late 1800s, early 1900s, late 1800s, I do believe. Mark is a very good man and I've talked to him numerous times on the phone. Never met him in person. Would love to do that sometime. But he is very knowledgeable. I call him my Flannery hound dog because he gets in there and really finds out a lot of information and can dig and has the time to dig, and I'm thankful for that. Harold Estel Flannery is a distant cousin. He lives in Chillicothe, Ohio. He's a school teacher. He done genealogy the old way before internet. I think he still does a lot of it the old way. There's nothing wrong with doing it that way. We have ancestry.com and I know and all that access, but I think he still takes his time and roots it out and finds out what's needed. There's a cousin of mine that has worked basically on the Luther Flannery family from here in Greenup County. Glenn Webb, he now lives in Illinois. He's done major work on that line and compiled it, and he's got an ancestry.com tree, I think. Also, I got a cousin in Bath or Round County. I believe he's in Round County. Greg Flannery has done some over the years. Does a lot. Marilyn Flannery Cobb. And her brother there, Curtis Flannery. I had to think of his name there for a minute, but Marilyn and Curtis has done a lot of Flannery genealogy on their direct line of Reese B. Flannery. One man that has done some genealogy that is not directly associated with our Flannery family, but the Flannery family and this Porter family tie a lot together and has done cross-reference over the years. Is J.C. Porter, a very good man, has done a lot of history, loves history, not just Porter, but Flannery, church history. We've done some of that kind of stuff over the years. And that's pretty much the list. I know I'm probably leaving somebody out, so if you're watching this and you've helped me or you have done Flannery, I'm just one just come to my head, a lady that's passed away now, Kim Reynolds. She had done a lot of genealogy and passed away a few years ago. She's sadly missed also. I'm thankful that it has put on people's hearts to keep this going. I think certain parts of people's families has a tendency to be the storyteller or the keeper of the knowledge, if you will. And I'm thankful that I can do that in my family and try to share and be able to do that. And if you're watching this and you're not directly related to the Flannery family, I urge you to get a group of people if you can. I had a brainstorm one time wanting to know, I would still like to do this. I don't know, with COVID and different things, I don't know how that will ever happen, but I would like to kind of have a round table of some Flannery genealogists and kind of brainstorm, talk and compare notes, and it would be more than a one-day event. It would be like a 2 to 3 day event, and have that where we can all sit down and talk and just say, now what do you think here, and not necessarily compile it in a book to sell. but have it compiled to be able to share. Whether it'll probably be some cost in the sharing of that, but we don't want anybody to go in the hole doing this. But that's just a thought I've had for a few years, and would like to see that happen. But on my genealogy story, these people that I've mentioned in part 1 and part 2 here have been a major part and influence in my doing this. My dad, I can't leave out my dad and my close family that has helped me. My wife has put up with me many hours sitting there drilling over a computer screen and dragging her to libraries and courthouses and what have you. So there's a lot there too. But what is your story? That's what I would like for you to, share your story. How did you come along? Who's the major players in your story? Leave it in the comments and tell us, Flannery or not Flannery. I have other families that I do besides Flannery. Flannery is my main one, but what is your story? We ask you to subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, give us a thumbs up. We would like to see this thing grow and have a daily or a every other day video. I don't edit them. Really, I just kind of talk off the cuff and go, and then that way you'll have to bear with me with my speech, but I do best that way. I think I would really get bogged down editing and cutting every little clip and this and that and the other out. But listen, what is your genealogy story? And if you don't have a genealogy story, start you one. But the best advice I ever got from Kathleen Kenny: when you do genealogy, start with you. Start with you, and go back. And if you have kids, go forward. But start with you and go each direction. If you have kids, grandkids, go forward. Of course, it won't be as far that way as it will back into the ancestry part, but go back. Every generation doubles, and so it's pretty amazing how many people you can be related to. In the last video, I believe I mentioned, I'll explain that real quick, about John Wade Flannery. That was my cousin and my great uncle. Well, on the Flannery side, he was my Papa Flannery, Ward Flannery. It was his first cousin. Well, he married my Mama Flannery's sister, which was a Felty. Her name was Annadine Felty. And so through the Felty side, he was my great uncle. Through the Flannery side, he was like a first cousin once removed, or a second cousin once removed. I'm not really good on the genealogy relationship chart stuff, so I usually have to have one right in front of me to be able to know that. But I just hope you have your story, and if you don't have a story, start it. Again, subscribe to our video, like it, share it with your friends, and I try to share with Facebook on the different groups that I'm involved with. And if you have any questions, I'll leave my email in the down below in the description, and just email me anytime. Put it in the subject what it's about, so I know you don't spam me. You're not spamming me, because I get a lot of that with genealogy versus church versus business and what have you. You get a lot of that just being out in the internet land. You can get a lot of that. But listen, just have a good day, and hope you all can tell us your side of the story and your story, and leave it in the comments. We love you all, and God bless.